bought a van!
We've been dreaming of owning a camper van for many years and we finally did it.
In this video, we'll show you what we did and what it cost.
And we'll share with you the materials and items we bought.
Our van is a VW Combi with an extra row of seats.
We bought this model as it already had factory fitted windows.
Our plan was to convert it into a camper van and do as much of the work we could ourselves and get a professional in to do the more complex things.
After buying the van, we searched for a company who would be happy to do part of our conversion. Many companies want to do all of it, but luckily we found a company not far from us called QT Van Works, who were really good. They were very helpful and helped us with lots of advice on the things that we needed to do ourselves.
We will put their details in the description below.
We booked a date with them and we had about 4 weeks to wait, so we got going with the things that we could do.
First, we removed the bulkhead, the seats, the wall panelling and the rear seat belts, which were a bit of a faff.
Next, it was the soundproofing and the first layer of insulation. The products we used were made by Dodo Mat.
Then it was time to start on the furniture build. Our design was based on designs we found online. We will put what we used in the description.
We used 12mm plywood sheets, and for the frames we used pine batons, which we joined together with pocket holes. Then it was time for the professionals. They fitted the pop-top roof with a solar panel stuck on top. They fitted the leisure battery and DC charger, the solar charger and fuse box, and an electric isolator.
They also fitted a diesel heater, swivel passenger chair and a hookup point under the bonnet.
Once connected, you can close the bonnet. Once we had the van back, we could crack on with our build. First, a second layer of insulation, the fluffy stuff. It's recycled plastic bottles, so really good to work with. This spray glue is Trim Fix adhesive.
Next, it was carpeting time. We'd been very apprehensive about this and I'd watched lots of how-to videos. It was pretty awkward, but it turned out okay.
We carpeted the metal frame in the rear of the van and also carpeted the original panel boards before refitting them back on top of the insulation.
For the floor fixing, we glued down battens and stuck insulation in between. We bought a pre-cut floor from eBay and with a few minor adjustments it fitted perfectly and we screwed it into the battens.
We bought an offcut of vinyl flooring and used the plywood floor as a template before we screwed it in place, and then we glued the vinyl floor to the plywood floor.
Fitted our 4 spotlights using the line of cable in the roof that the conversion company had fed for us.
We cut holes in the panels and wired in the USB and 3-pin sockets. We used cables fed from the fuse box.
Now the floor was finished, it was back to the furniture. We looked at so many hinge options and settled on the piano hinges, which were nice and easy to install.
Cutting a hole in our worktop for the hob was a little bit scary, but it worked out okay.
A hole for the hob.
Once we had installed our furniture, the conversion company installed our rib bed, which we will show you later.
Our next big challenge was the gas install. We bought a gas locker and drilled a hole in the bottom of it above the gas dropout hole in the floor, so any leaks should fall out of the hole and out of the fan. I also sealed the gas pipe hole and bracket holes in the locker. I prepared all of the pipes and fittings and got a professional to do the pipe fixing and test for leaks. That gave me confidence it was safe. We also bought this carbon monoxide detector with alarm for additional safety.
Now that we had gas, we were ready to go. Here's our finished conversion.
We also added a drawer above the fridge and a shelf above the kitchen. We couldn't be without these. The fridge was easy to install with the cable we had run earlier. This is our Dometic fridge, which is a fridge freezer, but we've removed the freezer part so it gives us extra capacity.
We have lots of room under the rib bed where we can keep equipment, shoes, clothes, and importantly our toilet. We also have access to the bottom of the cupboard and we keep our foldable chairs in there.
So this is our rib bed. Sits 2 passengers, got straps, and then to convert it to a bed is quite simple. If I stuff my hand inside here and lift that up, this comes over like this, and that's the first platform. Then, if you get a bit closer, there's a bar here which I lift up, and this flips down, and then this back parcel shelf is already flat. But if you want to sit up in bed, read or something, this comes up and you can set it at different angles. And this is nice and flat for you to put your mattress on, and there's no kind of like pattern or abrasions or anything like you get on the other side of the seats, which you get with the rock and roll beds. I hear they're not quite as comfortable, but this is nice and flat, and we've slept in it a few times now and it's been really nice and comfortable.
To save on costs, we made our own blackout blinds using leftover silver insulation, carpet for the inside and black for the outside, with suction pads to stick to the window, based on a design we found on YouTube. We also have a black sheet we stick up with Velcro between the rear section and cab to give us privacy.
The total cost of buying the van, the conversion and trip-ready equipment was $44,845.
That breaks down as $33,000 to buy the van, $8,307 for the professional conversion jobs. That included a £1,000 credit as they bought our combi seats, and $3,538 on materials and trip-ready equipment.
If you have any questions, put them in the comments below and we'll get back to you.
So we're very happy with what we've built, and we're looking forward to many adventures travelling the UK and Europe.
So if you found this video interesting, please give us a thumbs up, and we look forward to sharing our travel adventures with you.
So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the road. We shall be sharing all of our trip ready equipment in another video coming soon.